traded for 5 niggas every time he go. KD 36. He traded for 5 niggas today.
Starting soon. How long is it gonna be warm outside, man? The weather gonna be abnormal.
Some people about to get with like 36 inches of snow, and I'm just hoping it ain't us.
Telling you.
Send that shit back to Atlanta, man. They can use some snow and make them strong.
To Atlanta.
They need shit the South, period. Shit.
Yeah, I understand they've been privileged for too long.
I'm telling you.
Give Chicago a break for a few summers, a few winters, I mean.
Go back to the tunes.
Real?
Next Monday.
Oh, that's that Monday I'm on vacation.
Tomorrow finna be 51.
That's where I go with again.
Tuesday will be 32, 35. This shit gonna be up and down. I got no headphones. You said, do I want some headphones? Yo.
Oh yeah, I heard you talking about it.
Hey, we might need you to make another one, man. Might need you to make
another money for these voiceovers, man.
Woo! Bars! Wait a minute, this is yours. There's a sheet of it. Get the sheet of paper with the. We rusty. Hey, click back to the first tab, technician. That's the cheese barbecue.
That's cheese barbecue? Oh, my mom had it. I was like, I thought it was the deep dish. I like the deep dish flavor too. The deep dish something serious, bro. A little piece of flavor off the chain with the hot boy. I'm trying to call Chuck right now, but he said Chuck this.
Yeah. Go to Nug and Popcorn guys commission.
He had go on what, DoorDash or something?
No, he another passing in the family. 3 of them back to back. He at a funeral right now.
Oh, okay. Well, if I put the order, he just probably do it later. Golden what again? You said popcorn?
Yeah, JG said he can't make it. All right. Damn, I am Rustana. We ready, Reese? Good. Okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Chicago Black Delegation podcast. I'm your host, HT, aka High Thinking, and I forgot to do the disclaimer. I forgot to do the disclaimer, didn't I?
You did.
You did. So y'all get to watch me do this. Y'all get to watch me do this All right, so Chicago Black Delegation Podcast is a show dedicated to reshaping and reclaiming black culture in America. The intention of this podcast is to improve the conditions of blacks in America by way of platforming different ideas. At no point will the views shared on this podcast, be it the show's title, conversation headers, individuals express ideas, or otherwise, should be interpreted as an attack on other groups, but rather as a means to a greater end for blacks in America. Views shared by individuals does not represent the views shared by the Chicago Black Delegation, its staff, or others unless specified. All right, so I guess the cat out the bag. I didn't memorize all that. So now everybody know I read this off a script. So what y'all been on, man?
Nothing, man. Just working, man. Just working.
Man, you know me, man. Daily grind. Putting in this overtime, working. Rehearsals. We got opening night Saturday at the theater.
Yeah, Theater 47. Yeah.
How was that tour, man? How was that tour?
Oh, man, it was good. It was good. They went. We went to what was it? Baltimore in October. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, man?
And Cleveland. You know, but yeah, shit. Yeah, man, we finna open up. Then everything goes well. Man, we might be taking this one on the road. You know.
Okay.
Maybe. But you know what I'm saying? Nothing set in stone just yet.
What's the seasonal show this time? What y'all been touring with?
Well, about to it was Living All Alone, but this one coming up, If You Think You're Lonely Now, the Bobby Womack story.
Okay.
If you think
yeah, that one.
Too much, I can't be too much. You might be striking and all that shit. Okay, kind of savage, man. You out here in the working just like me. How's that been going for you?
How's it going on, man? It's going on real smooth. No problems.
Is the Trump thing affecting y'all family a little bit, or what's been up there with that?
Oh yeah, we cool at the moment. They rolled it back. They didn't do it.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, like I said, for everybody to understand, man, like this stuff that Trump trying to implement these, trying to roll back these programs that help black families all over the world. Even if you a working class family, which most of our working class families, that little extra oomph that people need. I mean, you don't know. They have no idea how bad that's going to displace people. Not only that, but like looking at what could happen with these grocery prices, right? They projected on the U.S. Senate board projected a 30% increase in prices. You know what I'm saying? And for those of y'all that don't believe that, the Senate and they think they're fear mongering all this other dumb shit. Like, look, even J.D. Vance himself, the vice president of the United States, literally said that the grocery price is going to increase. So, there's no coping with this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have to cope with that. Y'all gonna have to cope with that reality that Trump fuck around and made a decision that's going to displace you and a large portion of y'all family, especially if you black. So, but otherwise, man, I've been all right, man. Just trying to deal in with my little seasonal depression, all that stuff. But I'm back focused, man. It's Black History Month. You know what I mean? Shout out to Black History all over the world, rather. Don't let these trolls and stuff like that tell you Black history ain't important. It always has been important. Matter of fact, I dare say the Black history that's went untold is it's most likely the most important history of all time. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to talk about that stuff. So.
Exactly.
So, but with that aside, again, I've been doing straight. I'm back at it. We're gonna be rolling out content. Definitely all through this month. Like this the month I'm out to put my distractions down and lock in and stuff like that. Cause I definitely got a show for Black History Month. Matter of fact, pass me my popcorn. I appreciate that. This episode and every other episode has been we ain't got no logo on it yet, but go to Nugget Pop. Hey, don't you right? Just get the poster, man. Let's show Chuck some love. Man. But yeah, this popcorn was this podcast. Sponsored by our guy Chuck from Golden Nugget Popcorn.
Get your Golden Nugget Popcorn.
Golden Nuggets.
Chicago based.
You know what I'm saying?
773-879-7330.
There you go, Chuck. Don't say we never did nothing for you.
And tell them Chicago Black Delegation sent you.
For real. But otherwise, yeah, man. So this week we're gonna be talking a lot about Tiffany Henyard. We definitely been taking the back seat, just like just kind of watching things, observing things that's been going on in Dalton. Definitely super proud of the people out there in Dalton about holding their board, their public, their politicians and all that stuff, local politicians, accountable and everything. Definitely love to see what I'm seeing in Dalton, and I'm hoping everybody is paying attention to what's happening with Tiffany Henyard in Dalton, and are inspired to get just as involved in their own local politics. So, or at the very least, the politics of their closest large city, because that stuff is usually like live streamed and stuff like that. It's on the news, like whatever primary like news network. They typically cover your local townships. I mean your local large cities, town halls and stuff like that. Especially if they're within your county. You know what I'm saying? Because that stuff can influence your the decisions and the outcomes and economy, right, of your township, of your town. So anyway, without further ado, if this is your first time watching us, how we typically do things is we break our episodes. We break our lives into segments. So our intro and outro every segment. So don't be confused. If I were to outro segment, it's not the end of the podcast itself. It's just the outro of that specific segment. Then we'll be introing. We'll be also, we'll be going in and out of different segments until I conclude the entirety of the show. So, again, we're gonna be talking about Tiffany Henyard, and this first video we're gonna be this is gonna be like a big summary of like what's been going on throughout this Tiffany Henyard saga. You know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Chicago Black Delegation podcast. I'm your host HT, aka High Thinking, and today we're gonna be taking a look at NBC's NBC News special on Tiffany Henyard. It's more or less a big update, or not necessarily update, but like a summary of like the totality of all things related to Tiffany Henyard, and it's needless to say, it's quite a doozy. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. But first of all, I'm gonna ask my co-host here. What do y'all think? What do y'all think that the people that been like passively watching this whole Tiffany Henyard situation? What do y'all think the watchers from around the world, especially America, especially Illinois, should learn from this Tiffany Henyard situation? Like, in y'all words.
You say people who've been passively watching?
I mean, I use the word passively, and
like just watching,
but
not saying.
Just paying attention to what's been going on. It's like, damn, they know her name and they know kind of what's been going on. Like, what do you think?
Oh, like casual. Okay, I got you.
Sure.
Okay. I mean, I guess once they see people who don't really know, because like I'm just looking at from like, because this stuff went like viral in the last week. Mm-hmm. Like the Breakfast Club covered it, and they don't. You know what I'm saying? Like those, they definitely don't really know. But just from what like they was talking, like they get they get what the guy was saying, but those is fighting words. They kind of on her side, but they get where the people coming from. These people mad. You know what I'm saying? These people pissed. That's what the people are getting. Yep. So that's all that really matters. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, she destroyed that community. So I mean, at the end of the day, bro, nobody can. I mean, like y'all keep talking about. I mean, he was mad, bro. She fucked up a lot of people's lives over there, bro. She played with a lot of people's houses, property. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, playing with their livelihood for real. I'm talking about some better have my money. Like, come on, like for real. You know what I'm saying? Like you boldly. She was so boldly doing it all this time, and it's like.
She over there talking about re-election. Like, you already lost.
Re-election, yeah, all right.
But she got like a billboard off the E-way, bro. Shit crazy. I'm like, where she get the money for this shit? That'd be the problem. I'm like, man.
Taxpayers. I saw that shit right off of 94, 394.
Yeah, I'm like, that shit wild. I'm like, if black people even thinking about voting for it, it just shows your level of stupidity. Because I don't know why would they would ever do that. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. And the fact that she believes that she can win something is amazing to me. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, but yeah, it's definitely alarming that despite all of the coverage from all these different type of news sources, ranging from legacy media to like little shows like ours. You know what I mean? That everybody's on the same accord regarding Tiffany Henyard, except for those those voters. I like to assume that it's those voters don't make the majority that will get Tiffany Henyard another term and as mayor in Dalton, let alone a supervisor in Thornton Township. But again, I mean, what else can we say? They're working on you do so much, and those people in Dalton got to make their own decisions. So it is what it is. Anybody that's living in Dalton, and if Tiffany Henyard were to win, I don't know what to say. I would tell you to move, but I mean I know
Well,
that's
she already lost. She's trying to sue them.
Oh, they already voted already.
I think she already, yeah, when they said when she said they locked out our voters, we covered it. When they said that her supporters didn't get in, they got the new mayor, the dude. She lost.
We'll see. But okay, I'll check it out. But otherwise, yeah, like yeah, if they made a decision, then again, like for those people that know what Tiffany is all about, I would tell you to move about the situation. But like I just know that's not in the cards for a lot of people in that town, and not just the black people either, but everybody else as well.
I mean, a lot of people there, like they grew up there, like they feel like they entitled to be there as much as anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like some people don't want to go. Like they just need her up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like they need somebody who understands the people and can really get shit done for real. But yeah, man. I'm just hoping for, better days. I hope the new mayor coming in, hope he, can undo the mess she made in the time that he has. I mean, because they need to change yesterday. For real. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Not even yesterday, like a few years ago. Like she should have never been mayor.
Yeah, you're gonna find some. We're gonna see some really interesting things regarding what actually happened regarding her first couple months as mayor and stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, go ahead and let's get it started, technician. Don't forget to hit the display and group.
So if you could just give us an amount, I think that would help with our discussion and making a decision.
We don't have a problem with giving you an amount, but this is why sometimes people have to follow the leader, because sometimes the leader is the visionary. It is what it is. The leader is the visionary. Sometimes people can't see down the tunnel.
On people's tax dollars.
That boy Chris Brown just won a Grammy. Got one.
That's what's up.
They gave Kendrick a Grammy for Not Like Us.
Of course they did.
I appreciate the patience, everybody. Thanks for stopping in. By the way, if you leave a chat, we will get to it, but we will only get to it like after the first segment. So I appreciate we appreciate y'all patience. All right, go ahead, click it.
So you could just give us an amount. I think that would help with our discussion and make a decision.
We don't have a problem with giving you an amount, but this is why sometimes people have to follow the leader, because sometimes the leader is the visionary. It is what it is. The leader is the visionary. Sometimes people can't see down the tunnel. So sometimes this is why people follow people. So I'm just throwing that out there because everybody got an opinion. You just said I can't see.
Thank you, man. Just get a
Look,
definition.
so all I can do is just try to tell you what the vision would possibly be.
Not the typical way an elected official, especially a mayor, would run a meeting, but this is the way the government is run by Tiffany Henyard. I've been a reporter for more than 15 years. Before the past year, I focused a lot of my attention on the small community of Dalton. Dalton, Illinois is located about 20 miles outside of the heart of Chicago. Population, according to the last census, about 22,000. 90% of the people who live there are African American. So even before covering Dalton as a reporter, I knew a lot about this community because I grew up in the nearby community, the community of Harvey. So when I think about Dalton, I think about Harvey and growing up there. And I think about my parents and what brought them to the south suburbs. It was opportunity. It was jobs. They moved from the city's south side and they said, this is the place we're going to raise our kids. It's safe here and it was affordable. They could afford to buy a house. And I think that was or is the draw for a lot of African Americans who want to leave the city and head to the suburbs.
How many years have you lived here?
35 years.
34 years as a
Oh shit! So y'all caught the part when she was trying to say when the trustee was like she made a point. She made a justified like a point rooted in facting about exactly what just had happened. And then Tiffany Henyard's rebuttal was sometimes you gotta just don't think and just follow the leader. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So like I don't know I don't know why to hold on. Hello? Jeez, dude. So my thing is like how
Nah, stop it. I think it's done. It's the speaker.
for sure.
Feedback. That's your mic, Nick.
I know, right? My question is like, what's supposed to be the response you supposed to have when one of the trustees that's actually out for for the good of the people, for the will of the people, makes the claim and that you also agree with. I mean, because everybody in the room agrees with it for that matter. And then the mayor goes along to say, well, sometimes you got to just trust the leader because y'all don't have the vision that the leader has. Like, what should be the townspeople's response to a situation like that?
Back in the day, people actually probably murder you. But
And Grand Theft Auto. but yeah, that's what they did back in the day. Like,
you can't belittle people like that, and they're just gonna talk to them that way, especially if they feel that you're leading them down a detrimental path, and they're trying to voice their opinion, and you say that to them, they will do that in rage.
For real.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, pretty much what he said. I mean, if they have, like, we want the people to think for themselves, and if they have a mind of their own, then they don't want their intelligence insulted. Anyone sitting there listening to someone say, sometimes you need to just follow the leader because you don't have the same vision as. You can't just tell somebody that and they're just gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna just like
go about their day.
You got some people who are gonna follow because they don't want to think. They're tired of thinking. But with people, that's why we say we need people who's gonna think for themselves. And anyone who's gonna think for themselves is not gonna just follow someone who's gonna lead them down a path that's gonna be bad for them and their family. So
I agree. So yeah, I mean, for the most part, people came. People sound like they was booing and stuff like that, and doing a little, getting laughing a little bit stuff like that at the, at the absurdity of what she just said. And she herself, she can't even say it with a straight face, and yeah, and it is just crazy that she like as you just said that she even try to do something like that, try to get away with something like that, but. Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, go ahead and hit the button. Well, I got it.
But as a trustee, she butted heads a lot with the administration.
They're not on the agenda. We're going to go forward. We're going to go forward with today's agenda.
But I'm asking you that so that I have clarity for next time when I have agenda items.
And she would bait the last mayor into an argument. Then they would go back and forth, and she would just blow stuff out of proportion.
Next thing on the agenda.
Items on the agenda.
Next thing on the agenda is citizens' address.
So whether you were Team Tiffany or not, pretty much everyone can agree that she was something different for this community.
She gave us hope and belief that she was the person that was going to come in and basically help Dalton. And we believed it. We really sold into her vision.
At the time, I think she believed in her vision. I mean, because when she was breaking down what she wanted to do, she showed me this big calendar of events that she wanted to give back. She wanted to give away gas to residents, all of that. So I was under the impression like, okay, I think this young girl is onto something. She had a lot of energy, I tell you that.
And I wanted to make sure that the vision that she had come to fruition because Dalton deserved it. That's one thing we deserved.
She put together what.
Yeah. So, what y'all think thoughts on what we kind of just saw there? Like,
she found out she really had to do some research on some like national leaders and like how to like rally the people.
Yeah.
She probably read Mein Kampf by Hitler. Yeah. She came in on the same tip Donald Trump did because that's the same reason why some black people voted for him in the first place. In 2016, they voted for him because they thought he was going to bring change that they wanted to America. She made them people think that she was going to bring change to Dalton. Energy, young black woman, you know what I'm saying?
And they was fucking with it.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, off of first rip, you would think like you'd be all for it because I mean shit, you want, you know what I'm saying, black leadership in the South Burg. You know what I'm saying? We want more black leadership, but we want responsible black leadership.
Bro, we ain't got time for anything less.
You know? And she is everything less.
I hate to say it, but that's all we get.
That's all we getting. That's all we get.
We got her and Mayor Brandon Johnson. Just dumb nigga shit.
Eric Adams. If you start following Eric Adams a little bit, you'll see all that.
He did some dumbass nigga shit too.
Come on, man. This motherfucker, that's the mayor of New York. Come on. You're like this.
Yeah,
I was like, this should be bogus. Fuck, the black leaders should be like, these niggas ass.
Yeah, it's definitely been quite questionable to say the least and stuff like that. So, but I mean, we the people do have we do have a vote. We do have the power. We also have influence, more influence thanks to the internet and stuff like that. And we just gotta remember that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, go ahead and hit the next. I got it.
Wins the Democratic nomination. Fast forward to April 2021, she becomes elected mayor of the village of Dalton. She's the youngest mayor at the age of 37. She's also the first black female mayor.
Once she became the people's mayor, she didn't do what she promised.
After I went to a few meetings, I saw, boy, did we ever screw up.
So a lot of people accuse Tiffany of misusing village funds, and it really started the day she was sworn into office.
So, see that banner?
Oh yeah, I'm saying. I mean, did you see the billboards?
Yeah, billboards, banners. Like, man, she probably tried to put herself in the newspaper if she could, but like she tried to do the podcast. I don't know what she was. I don't know if she was trying to advertise for. She was trying to advertise for a podcast on one of the town hall meetings. She trying to. I mean, it's like she's trying to put her face everywhere. Seems like for. I mean, what are the reasons there for? To it's part of an election. You know what I'm saying? It's like an election type situation. She wants to put her name everywhere, puts her face everywhere, so people know who she is, so they'll be more likely to vote for her when the time comes. So like, what other reason would there be? And what makes it worse is that this is taxpayers' money. I mean, it's the taxpayers in Dalton that's paying for all of this stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. She trying to be like Kim Jong-un or something, like Supreme Leader or something. Man. Got her face everywhere. It's the propaganda. These politicians, like, people like really want to believe in these politicians, and like a lot of them, they give these campaign promises, and it's like, where's the follow through? Like, I don't know, but like, you got to really read the signs of a Chicago. I ain't trying to be too explicit, but a BSer. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know a BSer from Chicago, you definitely could have seen that coming from her, though. Because
West Side.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she, you know what I'm saying, the fast talking, she just, you know what I'm saying, talk circles around her opponents. It's like, you got it. She really got it down to it. She learned it down to a science, and that's why she won. But at the same time, it's like, you can't get in office and then have that greed. You can't get in office and have that greed, because whose money is you spending? Like, people ain't gonna ask questions. All the shit that's wrong with Dalton, y'all want to give yourself a pat on the back about some sidewalks? Hey, remember that?
Sidewalks, man.
Yeah, man. Like,
Nigga say she, baby, we got the new sidewalks.
Them goddamn sidewalks.
Every man we had ain't never fixed no motherfucking sidewalk, man.
Ain't fix a damn.
You know what I'm saying? That sidewalk is smooth. I walk that bitch, I don't scuff my shoe, nigga.
Look, I'm talking about potholes in the neighborhood, bro.
I swear, because like certain blocks is like grenades, nigga. You go down, it's just
potholes, bro.
You just go up and down, nigga. You need a Hummer and shit, nigga.
Damn, some sidewalks, them potholes, bro.
I know that's what I'm talking about.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Like certain blocks, you got to go through that bitch so slow, bro. Cause them bitches will fuck you up, boy. Like niggas been throwing grenades and shit, nigga. It was a war zone in this bitch.
They ain't gonna compensate you if you bust a tire.
No, you just gotta go take that to the chin.
Go to the Jiffy Lube or something down the street.
Not even that. You gotta make it to the Mexican with the used tire. The Jiffy too far, you know, right? Man, right there, man. On your tire, $40.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it definitely infrastructure is definitely lacking in Dalton, but they do she does try to find money together to for Christmas trees and a bunch of other stuff that's supposed to beautify the town.
But the streets fucked. Everybody flooded. The streets fucked up.
Everybody's flooding. The streets fucked up. Absolutely. So
talking about the tree, bitch.
She might as well have been mayor of Sauk Village for real.
All right, let's keep going over there.
Down Sibley, and you see those banners plastered all down Sibley, and we haven't even paid for them. Who in their right mind? If you go to other towns, you might see billboards and banners, but it's of heroes and things like that in the village. It's not everywhere you go, you see the mayor. It doesn't matter where you go. Her picture is plastered all over the village of Dalton. That's outrageous. And that's money being spent recklessly. Once again, we're paying for that.
Jason House and I had a conversation.
I mean, that's just what I was talking about. Y'all, and you mentioned that billboard. Where's it out at? That billboard?
The E-way.
Off the E-way.
Bishop Ford.
50, Bishop Ford. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen another mayor like put their face like have that level of advertisement for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, billionaires with their own fucking money.
Yeah, exactly. And this dude, I mean, this lady is spending like that ain't coming out of her purse, you know. That's coming out of the funds of taxpayers, and I think it's not even just Dalton either, but it's also Thornton. I think she pulled in a Thornton Township money on those affairs as well.
Because she can control both their finances.
Yeah, she controls both their finances, and she uses it for her benefit. You know, I mean, even though she'll try to, I'm just trying to let people know about the food, the family pantry, the food pantry we got. It's all about the food pantry. I'm trying to do the will of the people. No, not when all the extra stuff is not necessary. Like everybody got Google. If somebody is in dire need of some food, of a food pantry, they'll bust out their phones or they'll ask anybody, hey, where's the nearest food pantry? It's not that complicated. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to spend $10,000. I think it's like $10,000 a month or something like that on these billboards. Yeah. So, I think I'm lowballing it too because it's a bunch of those billboards.
So you say she ain't the mayor no more?
Yeah, she lost. She's not supposed to be. I think at the end of the term, she's done. She's talking about another re-election because she said she about to sue them and she want a re-election.
She about to sue, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they cheated. So
what about she still like superintendent of Thornton?
I think that she still got. I believe she still got that job though.
Yeah, she still got that though. Okay. Okay.
Oh, facts. Okay.
I called. I said I have to go to the hospital. Went to the hospital, confirmed I had a heart attack.
You had a heart attack at one of her events on Good Friday.
Yes. Yeah.
You call your boss, Tiffany Henyard, and you tell her this.
Mm-hmm. She didn't answer the phone. I ended up having to tell her security detail that I had to go to the hospital. I come back, it was maybe 2 days later. We have a meeting, and she said in front of this meeting with several people that's not an excuse to call off of work. Next time, take my blood pressure medicine.
All of the trustees.
So I would ask y'all a question, man. Y'all some hard-working class people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to clock in and y'all got to bust a little bit of sweat for some work and all that stuff. If you got a heart attack, and your supervisor or so and so try to say, oh, that's not an excuse, a whole heart attack. What's your response to that? What y'all think the people should be doing in response to that?
I'm going dead to HR.
I don't know. HR above that type of shit like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have probably uppercutted the bitch.
I mean, it's like shit. Where you gonna go? Fuck it.
Because you got my blood pressure up right now. I'm about to have a heart attack right now. Because
and the only thing that's gonna let me down is if I connect this fist with your chin.
I got to release this blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? How dare you say that to me?
These have their pictures up inside Village Hall.
My bad. Look, I would like to think that there was some HR or somebody we could report to above the supervisor that can, they can check that person. But I don't know. In the event that that's not available, then I don't know. Listen, man,
Better Business Bureau.
Chicago Black Delegation is not going to condone any violence. All right,
I mean, Better Business Bureau or something like tell me where to go. I cannot deal with this one. She finna give me come on, nah.
Yeah, so we talking, but yeah, I mean, the lady caught a heart attack, and Tiffany Henyard told that's not an excuse. Take your medication and stuff. And
that's horrible. Come on,
you can't. I mean, she's literally in the hospital.
One thing about us, we don't ever want to feel like slaves at our job. As soon as we start feeling like slaves at our job, we start to rebel. You gonna tell her why you running this shit like that? But my bad. Go ahead.
You good. Yeah. So let's keep going.
No, we do not. We've never had keys. The clerk had keys, and then they changed the locks, and the mailboxes were moved outside, so they could not come inside. Most of the time, they don't even give us most of the mail until after the fact, but the mailbox is outside. So it's a sense of entitlement. It's like the mayor is holding the Village Hall as her house.
So did y'all catch that? So she, the first, they didn't take much time at all, but the first thing she want to do is lock the trustees outside.
Yeah.
So that's her favorite move. I mean, we watch her do it at least 15 times.
Yeah.
Lock them out.
Yeah, lock them. Yeah, they lock them out. I mean, but yeah, it's ordering.
Hey there, you're listening to State of Survival Radio. Calling all survivors who can hear this. Please come.
All my residents in the village of Dalton, y'all make sure y'all go and vote.
I hate these low budget ass commercials.
What you guys going on, Samari?
She had to do a vote to recall. She want to recall on the votes. Yes.
Well, hold on. Is that where we at?
Yeah, that's where you gonna be at.
Oh, okay. Good. I thought you clicked on something on accident. All right. So, but yeah. So, what was I talking about? Yeah, threw me all off. About the mailbox and stuff. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. For her to immediately send start kicking the trustees out and not so they can't be a part of like what's going on within the confines within the house, the town hall and stuff like that. Like like that place has. I mean, they have to be. I mean, that's their job. You know what I'm saying? They was elected to be a part of that process. Of her to lock them out of the damn building where that type of business is conducted. I mean, what else is there? What left is there to assume? But she's up to no good. You know what I mean? Like she's doing some shit she's doing some shady stuff.
Like she about to fuck the money up on like how Joe Biden fucked the money up on his way out. I'm gonna fuck the money up. He's fucking money up.
Basically, but yeah. So what y'all? But yeah, I mean, y'all pretty much no real objections to that.
No.
All my residents in the village of Dalton, y'all make sure y'all go and vote no to the recall because my work speaks for itself.
Bert, what is a recall?
A recall is a mechanism to allow people of the specific unit of government to take back what they've done. In other words, someone was elected, they're not doing the job that the people think that they should do, they're allowed to go to the ballot and recall them, get them out of office.
I remember somebody asked, because we were like, why you don't do recall? Because we could see where it was headed.
Where did this idea come from originally? Was it the board or was it a group of residents?
It was both. It was residents working with the board who said, what can we do? We're going down the wrong path. We devised the 2 questions and they both made it to the ballot without challenge.
They made it to the ballot?
Yep, made it to the ballot. No one challenged it. Made it to the ballot and the election proceeded.
And I remember when the day of the recall, it was hot. Everybody's been in the sun all day. And then the numbers start coming back and we had won it.
The numbers showed almost 2,000 people voted yes for the recall mechanism, and almost 2,000 people, 1,960, voted yes to recall the mayor. 2 questions, both approved.
So a majority of voters support recalling Tiffany Henyard, but it doesn't happen. Why not? It's thrown out by a state appeals court.
They found fault with the wording in the questions. They then, even after knowing what the results were, the court found it was too confusing to be on the ballot, and it didn't have the correct wording, and voided the results of the election. So is the
court saying that the voters didn't know what they were?
Yes. Didn't know what they were voting on, basically. Yes.
The people, even back then, did not.
All right. Well, what are you going to say?
I said they knew what they was voting on to get the bitch out. It's simple, but they talking about the word. I need to see the word. I want to see the word, motherfucker.
So I don't know why the lawyer. That lawyer was representing the village of Dalton, but I don't know why he was so kind of vague with his explanation of why it didn't pass or why she wasn't like recalled after it was being voted on. I actually did research this like a while ago actually, but basically the basic premise of it, and y'all can research yourself. Matter of fact, when I edit this afterwards, I'll put it right above my head. But basically, you can't put in you can't put in a motion to vote on adding the ability to recall someone and the person whom you want to recall in the same ballot. You can't do that in the same. You have to wait. You have to wait a period before the first I think it's called a referendum. You have to wait for that to pass, that to be voted on to pass. You have to wait a period of time and until you're able to essentially add somebody like Tiffany Henyard to be recalled. Yeah. So that's pretty much what happened. You know what I mean? But so I don't know why he didn't explain it that way. I don't think it was that difficult for somebody that his caliber to kind of get through that. But that's essentially what ended up happening. So, but yeah, the people of Dalton did. They decided to recall her. They don't want her around anymore. And then she got off on a technicality. Essentially, what happened. Now, for Tiffany Henyard to go around and gloat around and boast as if she somehow won it in this town is just completely crazy on her behalf. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of I don't know. I don't really like it, but essentially that's what that lawyer was just speaking about. Anybody got a comment? Okay, so.
Trustee House. Aye. Trustee Holmes.
So Lori comes into one of the board meetings, right? Tiffany does not want to let her speak. So then Lori wants to address residents, and she goes to the mic, and it's suddenly cut off.
What I will say is that it's an honor to be working on behalf of the residents of Dalton. We have not arrested one.
You was once a mayor too. You should not even be disrespectful like that.
Anyone to stop us and obstruct our ability to get to the facts. Even though I turned the mics off, we will continue working on behalf and we will give you the
Working like you didn't do nothing. Okay, y'all done?
Old Lori out there.
Trying to win over the people.
Nah, she can never do that again.
I'm gonna do this for the people because we should know the truth about you. They should know the truth. Like, look, you done did your shit when you was in office. You know what I'm saying? You was in office
It's
doing
crazy how
this
you
shit.
call the motherfucker that was stealing from you to go catch the other person that was stealing.
You know what I'm saying?
Catch a thief to catch a thief.
Show them what I did.
You know what I'm saying? This is what I would have did. Oh, yeah, she did do what I did.
Sure,
She learned my
she's
shit.
smart.
All right. Well, despite what my brother in here was claiming about Louis Life, I do appreciate that she took on this case for a fair price, apparently, from what everybody seemed to be saying.
Yeah, she already robbed you.
She should have did it pro bono.
All right. Shit, I'm trying to be peaceful.
Allegedly, she already robbed you enough, so she didn't want to rob you twice. She had a heart.
She's doing a good job over here for what she's hired to do over in Dalton. All right, she's doing okay work.
Yeah.
It's crazy though. She took on niggas' money just to buy bad suits. She even get good suits. You know, I couldn't even say you got fly with the money.
I'm trying so hard to defend Lori Lifer right now, man.
Oversized suit. She looking like somebody uncle, auntie.
And it look like they come from the thrift though.
You know
what I'm saying? $top thrift. You know?
Y'all bogus here. So, but yeah, despite the bad looking suits, I gotta be fair. They're not good looking suits. But listen, besides all that, she's still doing some solid work over there in Dalton, and then she came up with some pretty substantial findings regarding that. We're gonna cover that a little bit later on. So, but yeah, you see, but I mean, as far as what we just saw from the video, I mean. It's like what we kind of saw. We saw a dictator try to mute somebody that had something to say about the leadership of the mayor. You know what I mean? So, I mean, and when people, I don't know what she thought she was doing because it don't take like the whole time you're supposed to be earning like the adoration. You're supposed to be earning the vote of the voters. Mm-hmm. Like you can't just do stuff like this as if you're a dictator and expect the things to go smooth.
Yeah, real resist.
Yeah, there will be a lot of resistance.
Like, this is literally America. Like this is not North Korea.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say. And matter of fact, and she lucky it's not Rome because you know what happened with Rome.
They poke your ass up.
It's a wrap.
Get you in the street.
Oh yeah.
In Grand Theft Auto. Anyway, but yeah. So you gotta. Tiffany Henyard, she wasn't moving like she was supposed to. Needless to say. So let's keep going.
She presents her findings, and she basically says Dalton is drowning in debt.
As we mentioned, the general fund is used to account for the majority of the village's day-to-day operations, including payroll and vendor payments. The village's general fund was in a net deficit position.
But that wasn't always the case.
In, I believe it was 2016, Dalton did fail to pay its municipal bond debt. But then after 2016, it cleaned itself up and was actually in very good shape going into the pandemic and going through the pandemic. But now, of course, its financial status has gotten a lot worse.
The village started as of April of 22 with positive of $5.6 million in the general fund, and where we are as of May of 2024, which is a negative $3.65 million.
That's that liquid money right there, man. It would slip right through your fingers.
I mean, it's crazy that they did better during the pandemic where other people were struggling.
Yeah,
that's the sad part.
That
she
is
came in,
sad.
they was winning. Like, yeah, we in the positive. Found we working in a good direction. Then this bitch come, I robbed you in the negative, just like black people leave you in the negative. Not even bitch. You went down. You like went below down.
And this had to come after like months upon months upon months.
All of the spending.
Months upon the trustees not having access to the software where they are able to observe or keep track of like the spending and all that stuff. Like what you just found right there, that came from they had to Lori Lightfoot had to basically let them know that hey I think what was that law called? I think it's the law of like free information or something like that. I forgot the exact term for it, but. Freedom of press or something like that, something along those lines. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is, all the information, all the receipts and stuff like that, they try to keep under the rug from the trustees. No, Lori Lightfoot knew what it took to get that information. So, I mean, you know, I guess we can talk about the suits all we want, but we got to give her credit for knowing the law and knowing how to apply it for the will of the people. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's what she did before she was mayor, before she started robbing us.
So, but that, you know, all that aside though, but yeah, Tiffany Henyard, man, like I said, for her to take the economy, take what they had, take what they were dealing with, which was not that great, you know what I'm saying? But it was building, it was working, and then to turn into those figures is just like abhorrent, to say the least.
So at that same meeting, Lori drops another bomb, and it's about the village's 6 credit cards.
We want to highlight a couple of credit card purchases. You're having the same reaction that we did when we saw that.
Lori says one credit card has more than $40,000 in charges on the same day to Amazon.
How you spend this much money at Walgreens, bitch? Walgreens.
What that Walgreens say?
That's $413.94.
Yeah, that Amazon is 40 G's, bro.
Cause she getting busy, and I'm like, you go order all that bullshit. She go ordering couches, suits, wigs, makeup.
Straight up.
I'm just trying to tell you what she getting busy. You know, that's why she got all those wigs. Those are Amazon wigs.
Amazon wigs, bro.
Oh, my mama, that's what you getting them bitches from. That's the wave.
I didn't know that.
They sell good wigs on Amazon. Where do you think the black women get theirs from?
40,000 off the town people though, off the taxpayers.
Yeah, expensive, nigga.
Damn, that's ridiculous. So, but yeah, man, like
$1 billion industry.
But yeah, so they went, you know, needless to say, man, just like imagine yourself. Because I really want, you know, I want this to be a learning moment for everybody that's watching, because I think that's one thing that we're providing people that watch this stuff that other people that's covering this kind of not. I want to put everybody in the driver's seat here. Like it's one thing just to watch this stuff and point and laugh and stuff like that, but you got to really immerse yourself in the experience of dealing with a mayor that's as corrupt as this is. You sit in the seat and and you find out that your mayor spent $40,000 on wigs on Amazon or just whatever and wherever else you got at Walgreens and Wayfair. What's some of the things that's gonna you know come? What's some of the things you're gonna be thinking about? What's gonna be some of the things you say, and what would you even commit to at that point?
I mean, you know me. Well, we don't condone violence, but me personally, I don't know how to handle things without a certain level of violence after a while, because you're never gonna get your money back. That's not gonna happen. So I mean, the repercussion is jail. But what happens if she doesn't go to jail? That's the problem. Motherfuckers gotta go to jail or something. Get her ass beat in prison or something. Some type of repercussion. But the motherfucker just can't be free after this.
No.
Just going about the 90 day. You see the bitch at the Walmart. What you doing? You robbed me. And I can't slap you? It's crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, because she can't get slapped because she got police on her shoulders at every second, seemed like. You know what I mean?
They wasn't there to save her at the other little place.
Oh man, we'll get to that though. Jay, what you think? What would you think? What would you say? And what would you do?
I mean, shit.
Come on,
yes.
Go to Nugget Popcorn, everybody.
Go to Nugget Popcorn. But no, but like for real though, like, I mean, thinking diplomatically and democratically, like, you can't really do anything but what the people have been doing, and that's attending the town hall meetings, trying to make sure your voice is heard, protesting, you know what I'm saying, trying to make sure that attention is brought to this matter. And now it's being brought to the matter, but I mean, what's being done about it for real? I mean, it wasn't a criminal investigation, was it?
Well, that's what the FBI is. That's what the FBI is supposed to be working on, but I don't know. We don't know how long.
Yeah, they move so slow.
Lori Lightfoot was just working on like a civil, it was a private investigation, whatever it was, but it wasn't a criminal.
Yeah, that for Lori Lightfoot was just there to investigate the spending.
Yeah.
For the most part, but the FBI they're the one that's gonna be working on the case where it's going to put her behind prison. From what I understand, if anybody in the chat can correct me on that, I'm up to correction. But that's why I ran into. Go ahead.
But I mean, I'm pretty much done. I mean, it has to be. It's like, how long can they really wait? Like, these people. I mean, she's out of office now, but I mean, she's still superintendent over the township. So it's like she still has a seat at the board, you know what I'm saying? The board. Still got to deal with it.
Still have to deal with it. She need to be gone. That's the problem. Like, out of politics for life.
Yeah.
She should never be able to come back and do anything.
She shouldn't. She should be really lost her job. Like, they recalled her as mayor for a reason.
Yeah, I definitely don't. I think just this situation alone is pretty much gonna like, you can't. There's no way you can just you won't be able to Google her name. You know what I mean? So I think if she tried to run for local office and anywhere, they'll quickly be able to pull up her name and say, okay, this person's bad for politics. So I don't think she'll be voted on unless the people there are just that convinced that she's y'all some man. All right, Chuck, this is some good advertising for you, my guy.
Yes.
but yeah, like I said, unless they really feel like I don't see how anybody be dumb enough to vote for Tiffany Henyard again. But all that aside, yeah, I mean, I think Jay. Well, I mean, it worked in Rome. You know what I'm saying? What King Savage said did work in Rome, but I do like the idea of keeping things on a political platform.
Oh man, I don't promote no harm to the woman. I'm just saying.
You know, yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure, absolutely.
In history, that's what
they did. That's definitely what they were supposed to say in the past. But yeah, like I said, protesting and stuff like that, like the whole nine, like just make sure. I mean, it's good that when she is removed from office, you know, there goes a police detail. You know what I mean? So hopefully, I don't want any harm to happen to her until she's prosecuted for her crimes, and placed behind bars and stuff like that. I don't want any harm to happen to her. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, she's not gonna have any protection anymore. And I hate to say it, but you know. You roll what what do they say? You reap what you sow. Sometimes.
You reap what you sow.
You know, so I don't know. Like, it's up to Dalton. It's up to the people at Dalton to, to find the kindness in their hearts, to not, find, justice in their own hands when they see it on the streets. But like, I do understand the feeling of being robbed, and people don't like the idea of being robbed. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, what can I say? Let's keep going on.
Wrong. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
Because you're black now, you can't be held accountable for other black people? Majority of Dalton is black. Black people didn't suffer through Jim Crow to get the right to vote, to get political positions, and to get in here and act like this.
And then every time you would oppose them, she would pull out the thing, y'all need to leave me alone. I'm a black woman, a young black woman, and yada, yada, yada. We got so many strong, dynamic black women, and for you to use them like that, first it made me sad, then I got pissed off.
It has nothing to do with shaming a black woman in power, nor shaming the super mayor, as you so infinitely call yourself.
People say, oh, well, white politicians been doing this whole time. That don't make it right. It was wrong when they did it.
I love my people just as much as anyone else. Probably it's too much. But the fact of the matter remains, we have bad people among us, we have good people among us. If we cannot get together to deal with the ones that are really dragging us down, which I consider this administration is doing right now, then we have no hope. If all that person has to say, I'm black, you can't talk to me about that, that makes no sense to me. None whatsoever. And people that fall for that, to me, they are not paying attention to what's really going on around them.
Right. So folks not paying attention if they fall for that okey doke, that simple okey doke of, oh, I'm one of you. How could I vouch for, or how could I act towards the interests of how could I perform actions that are to the detriment of my own people? I'm one of y'all. I'm a strong, independent black woman, just like y'all. How dare you accuse me of something like that? Like, people, like, you can't. I don't know. Like, it is not just Tiffany.
When is the last time you've been to your community's?
Highlight this specific part, because this has been happening all throughout history. Like, there's a quote from Frederick Douglass himself that told us that there are people out there that need conditions to be bad for black people. The conditions need to be bad. And if the conditions aren't bad, then they are out of a job. Their job is to harp on the oppression of black people, and that very thing is happening today. I'm not saying no names today, but I'm just saying, folks have to really listen to the things that these quote unquote leaders have to say. We have to hold their feet to the fire when they mess up, and we have to challenge their talking points. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But like I said, for her to just use her identity as being one of us, it's kind of it's abhorrent to say the least, especially when she's robbing these people blind. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, how I want to ask this. So what's some? Can y'all think of any situation where something like that happened to y'all? Where I mean, or even if you want to just talk about Tiffany Henyard practicing this idea of using identity to, I guess, essentially strengthen her credibility.
Man, that's why Kamala lost, man. I mean, it's identity politics, and black people tired of that shit. That's all. So,
yeah.
People don't want to. That's just an old trick. That trick don't work on all dogs, so it's over with now. Need a new trick.
Jay?
I mean,
identity politics?
Yep, pretty much. I mean, we really tired of people trying to pander to us, trying to be like, I'm one of y'all.
Especially with the rapper shit, cause no, you don't listen to Meg Thee Stallion, no motherfucking Gorilla, none of that dumbass shit. And then you think we just supposed to get happy when she got Meg Thee Stallion shaking ass, she's with us, she's for the women.
Yeah, I mean, and that, not to get this confused, because Donald Trump that he can hire Nelly and Snoop Dogg to perform for him, and all of a sudden he did that.
No, he's not even doing that to be cool with black people. He's doing that to show you that everybody has a price. That I can make your people, your greatest people, bend their wheel like I bend the government. That's what I got for him. He don't give a fuck about Snoop or Nelly or doing that. No, that was to show you, because Snoop made a video. He was standing on business. I'm going to go get that nigga, and I'm going to give him some money and show him that his morale is not like what it really is. He doesn't really have morality. You care about $1 more than anything. So shut the fuck up. And he made him dance like the nigga he is. And that's what Snoop did.
Man, all right, who do you agree with, Jay, or do you got your own take?
Look, man, Snoop, I'm so disappointed in that brother. He showed up at a couple. He showed up at a couple Savior's Day meeting functions, and it's and then he converted to Rastafarianism while still on his.
How long did that last? Like a month? Like a couple months?
Not even a year, brother. A couple months.
This good for the album. When he made the line out.
Snoop line with the documentary and all that. It was just for the experience. He was just having fun, but he was still on his crib shit. He still gang banging. He ain't in the streets with it, but he still do his crib thing, But when you take on a life like that, you're supposed to leave all that other stuff behind. I knew it was gonna be a gimmick, You just gotta wait and see how things play out. But this, it's damn. For real? Okay, so this just contradicts all this other stuff. You're just somebody else now. But, I mean, I get it, though. He's a businessman. All right. Same thing with Nelly. He came out with this whole little speech talking about whoever's doing the good for the country, that's what I'm going for. All right, bro, you got a price tag, bro.
Yes, sir.
It's sickening, but.
Y'all always was talking crazy about the nigga. Then you go do business with a nigga that you talk crazy about. It's crazy.
It's insane.
You know what I'm saying? And then you try to justify it because all business ain't good business.
It ain't.
That's like saying you'll do slave business because it was hot at the time. That's basically what you saying, nigga. But all right, cuz.
Yeah. I think, and we ain't gonna talk about it today, but most likely next week, I want to say. But I definitely am starting to notice a really interesting divide between let's say the black community and black culture and the rappers. And I ain't gonna get into it today, but that's just something I kind of been observing, especially recently. But Yeah, anything else to add, guys, before you continue on? All right.
So let me ask you this. When is the last time you've been to your community's village board meeting or city council meeting? Over the years, I've covered numerous meetings, but not like Dalton. There is no shortage of people who come to these meetings. And even though Tiffany has tried to use her power to block people from attending these village board meetings, on the day that they're held, they're there. But what they're up against? Barricades, police, blocked streets, but residents still show up. And these village board meetings, they fill up fast. There's limited seating, and while they're going on, you can still hear the people outside. Sometimes they're banging on the doors and windows, trying to get their voices heard.
What do we want? Justice! What do we want? Now! What do we want? Justice! What do we want?
Everyone.
Yep. So there you go. That's what the people of Dalton chose to do. They chose to take action by way of protesting. You know what I'm saying? So not much I can really think of to add to this. It's like it's just a good example for the rest of America to do in an event that their local government is just not functioning to the benefit of the people they're supposed to be protecting, their people they're representing. So
everyone really wants to be here, and they won't let anything stop them. One of those people, Vivian Allen.
This will be cut out, right?
And let me just say before you start it again, if you don't know about your voter rights, please look it up, because it's never really even though democracy is it seems like it's so one way in this country, it's always something you can do. You know what I'm saying? To make your voice heard. No, I'm just playing.
Y'all talking about some pop pass the popcorn.
Pop pass. Puff pass the popcorn.
But yeah, like I said, people are going to these town hall meetings. You see how packed it is. They got little Dalton looking like Chicago, looking like downtown Chicago. You know what I mean? People they have not only is the main room always filled up, all the seats wall to wall filled up. People, they have an overflow where I think there's a basement overflow. Then you have there people waiting outside and stuff like that. It's crazy. Why I think but yeah. So regardless, people they showing up and showing out over there, and that's just what people need to be. Maybe we don't need those type of numbers. I guess in these other neighboring towns and stuff like that. But
now you need those numbers and more.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, man.
I agree. So anyway, go to your start going to your town hall meetings and start actually paying attention to what your tax dollars are getting paid to do. You know what I mean? This is your money. What are we talking about here? What other place would you what other way? How do I put this? Who gives somebody money and don't know what they paying for? Americans. There you go. But yeah, I'm just saying, there people out there, and what they was just showing us Vivian Allen. Vivian Allen is literally suffering cancer. She has a tumor in her head that's taking the majority of her brain and stuff like that. Then she's had to go through numerous surgeries. She makes the effort to go out to every single one of her town hall meetings and also speak out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That stuff is necessary. That stuff is important. That stuff is very, very, very necessary. And then not only is she going out, making her way out and speaking out in these town halls, but she's also takes the time out to inform herself about what's going on. Every American needs to be able to fully articulate the politics of their own local governments, of their own local structures. And I don't know. I think majority of Americans, if they start regularly going to their town hall meetings, I think they'd be surprised about a lot of the things that's been passed and what's next for their townships, and that's not a good thing. So, but yeah, let's keep going on.
They started getting
one more thing I want to say. I think one of the most important things. I think one of the most interesting things that I kind of realized about when I was brainstorming, or when I was watching this whole campaign, the people versus Tiffany Henyard was, it's almost like something spiritual. And I don't really talk like this. You know what I'm saying? The only time I talk use this type of language when I'm talking about like the Bible and stuff like that. But I can't help but to see like something spiritual happen when I see all these people come in and under the same mindset, under the same conditions, all under one accord to hold Tiffany Henyard accountable to get her out of office. These people, they collectively congregated. They sang hymns. They came up with these songs. They come out. They create these signs. It's become a culture, right? To get Tiffany Henyard out of office. And and that only happened because I think that only happened because when people all collectively come together under one roof with the same common goal, something magic kind of happens. And I think they're gonna elaborate on it a little bit later on.
Managing your employee's schedule doesn't have to feel like trying to solve a mystery. With Connect Team, you can easily plan.
And that is exactly why one of
Oh, no, huh? No, because I can't talk over the thing, bro. But that's all I'm trying to say, right? We need to do this thing where, we all need to start going to these town hall meetings, even overflowing, as King Savage said, so we can start creating this spiritual thing that can happen to make great things happen within our own town hall meetings in our own towns. Because if we're gonna go to church every Sunday, right? And this is nothing. This ain't no strike against religion or Christianity like that. But if we're gonna all go to church on Sunday or whatever day we want to go to church, and listen to the word and apply it in our own lives, why can't imagine what can happen if we can do that same thing and then have the same mindset and the same spiritual happenings to happen that can actually lead to something tangible for you and you and the townspeople and your neighbors and stuff like that. I'm just saying, it's cool to do it in church, right? But something tangible comes, right, when you do this in your local town hall meetings when they hold these gatherings. You know what I mean? And it ain't even every Sunday, right? It's just it's like every other Thursday or whatever your town got going on. You feel me? But does that make sense, y'all?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, it's like the power. It's the power of popular demand. You know what I'm saying? Once you really get enough people on that accord, and they really voicing what they really want, demanding, it becomes too overwhelming to ignore. People have been protesting for so long, but it can't go unheard forever.
Yeah. So right there with you. Yeah.
Her most vocal critics is running against her.
I'm here to proudly announce my candidacy for mayor of Dalton February.
But the reality is, another Tiffany Henyard administration isn't entirely off the table. Despite the investigations and the lawsuits, the super mayor is confident she'll be elected again. Just as another embattled political figure did recently, Tiffany's hoping to make her own stunning comeback.
Because guess what? Just like Trump, I'm going to come in on a landslide on both seats. Know that. Remember this moment. When I landslide, they come in for the victory like I always do.
Maybe they were voting probably to put him on the ballot.
You heard that? She put herself in the same conversation, same sentence as Donald Trump. Yeah. And she understands that's she's not even good politically, on a PC level. You know what I mean? She knows damn well everybody in that township is our Democratic non-Trump people.
Not really, not no more, because that's where they put a lot of the Venezuelans. So a lot of places like that did kind of flip red. They not.
I don't agree with that. Them people still gonna be voting Democrat, bro.
No.
I don't know, but you ain't. But she not. So you think those people in Dalton gonna start are supporting Donald Trump now?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe that.
A lot of black people started supporting Donald Trump in this city.
I don't think them dollars. I don't think that's.
I'm just trying to tell you. trying to tell you.
Hell no. But so you think that was a good move for her to say I'm gonna come back just like Donald Trump in front of people in front of a crowd like that? That already hate her.
People that like Trump, they may feel you know, but they know she's not like Trump, so you know.
I agree. But I don't know. Well, you know what? So I guess we split over here then. So I mean, maybe it was a good thing for it. Maybe it's a bad thing. I don't think so.
I mean, if she wins again, them niggas deserve everything they get, and I don't want to talk about it no more. While she's robbing niggas blind, do this dumb Nino Brown shit again. I don't want to hear you niggas cry. I don't want to hear that shit no more.
Yeah. I mean, like, cause you saw like the earlier, they tallied up. Like she won when they voted on the recall. She won by like, she lost at and 43% of the people that voted for her. So like, there was a pretty sizable amount of people that wanted to keep her around. Now, mind you, there's a lot of stuff that kind of happened since then. But like, but yeah, if she were to be, if she would have won, then yeah, absolutely, those people in Dalton would have deserved everything they had got coming to them. Especially with those how those town hall movies was going. I mean, I don't know, but Jay, any last words?
No, I mean honestly, no. Let's just see how this play out. You know, if she gets voted back, what? No. Matter of fact, no. Now that I think about it, I do have something to say. I feel like, and we need to check the political climate out in Dalton for this, because like people on their own accord are gonna vote against her being reelected into office. But I feel like people in her campaign, like in her campaign team, I feel like they're gonna be really pushing really hard. Then they're putting a squeeze on like even businesses. Like they're gonna be putting a squeeze on people trying to get them votes. Cause I feel like it's somebody who benefits her being in office. That's why she's still superintendent, because it's somebody who's benefiting from that. All her supporters who openly support her, I'm pretty sure she throws them some kickback. I'm sure she do. That's how you get them on your side, because you're not gonna just have people on your side and you're not paying them. But I believe that there's someone who's really benefiting from her being
from the chaos.
You know, so let's just see how it play out. If she gets voted back in, and it's like no foul play, hey, y'all get what y'all deserve.
All right. Savage. About it, you said.
I said that.
So I think we all collectively agree that, I mean, what Jay brings up is a pretty interesting point that I haven't considered at all, honestly. But there's a potential that people are benefiting from her being in that position of power, and like if that's actually the case, then man, there need to be some sort of investigation going on with that. I don't think I'm not going to necessarily. I don't know who they can hire for that. The only thing I can, man, that's tough. The only thing I can think of is the people that's there going to have to be very vigilant. They have to pay a lot of attention, and they have to know how to, read manipulation. You know,
just follow the money,
and also follow the money. But otherwise, man, it's been the Chicago Black Delegation podcast, man, and I don't know, we'll catch you on the flip side. So let's read some of these comments that we kind of got. Winter. So Winter says, you can obtain the city financial report and where it is the funds being allocated. Okay. So you can go to your town hall. Go to your town halls and ask for those type of reports. Interesting.
Yeah, that type of stuff. It usually is and should be public knowledge, because I mean, shit. Where are these people money going?
And also, Winter's also trying to say plenty of mess with their face everywhere. Yeah, but that's the problem, right? If your town is thriving and they do it within the budget, it's cool. But the problem is, when your town's not within the budget, it's in the negative, you ain't got money to be spending on no billboards.
Yeah.
And then also, some mayors actually have money. Like they come from money. They're not really broke. She was broke, and then sometimes they use their own money to push their campaign pushes.
Like Prescott, he got the money to do whatever he wants.
That's why and he does that with his own money. He does not spend not one $1 dollar of yours to do what he needs to do.
So, otherwise, Robert here says they use the iPhone to record these commercials. Yeah, that's about
I hate those fucking commercials, bro.
Yeah, that's about right.
That makes me cringe so bad.
It's crazy. It's crazy that she pretends to be a bad actor for these commercials, but like she's
she's such a good actor.
But she's
though.
a good actor in real person.
Boy, I'm talking about what is this trash acting in this commercial? You already doing a good job in these town hall meetings.
You know what I'm saying? But otherwise, Mike here says nobody is untouchable. I think that's in reference to you know what Romans did and stuff like that back in the day, and what could happen today.
Yeah.
So
she thinks she's untouchable, and then does somebody touch her ass up?
You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate those comments, y'all. We're gonna read every chat that come our way. You know. We're gonna go to the next tab, bro. Then we done after this video. Okay.
How long is the video?
Like 8 minutes. Try to keep it brief this time. Well, that last one was kind of really long. I think that was cherry picked. That was a cherry picked 50 minutes. We probably watched like 30%, 40% of it. He ain't text you back yet?
I ain't never texted you to the funeral, so I wasn't gonna bother. I don't know how long what time the funeral was though. I was gonna get Reese to call him on the way out. So if we could pull it up. What flavor this is getting called?
That's my signature flavor, man. The cheesy barbecue.
The barbecue and the cheddar. I'm gonna have to get the barbecue and the cheddar with the hot. Yeah, that's what I need right now. I ain't gonna technically take his popcorn like Marcus Theater and try to sell the idea of those exclusive making popcorn for those theaters.
What theaters are Marcus?
Mm-hmm.
Or AMC or whatever?
That's Marcus Theaters. They different.
Huh?
That's a privately owned. That's not AMC.
No, I said both.
No, he ain't gonna probably get the AMC. They petty.
Oh, really?
He can get the local Marcus Theaters.
Oh, okay.
Start there. If he wins there, but see, the problem is you want that exclusivity. You'll give it to them for so many years, and then once they see how big that you made their popcorn, then you go to AMC, where you increase your value because they'll see how much money you made them versus selling regular popcorn.
Yeah. Okay. Get ready to start.
All right, let's go.
Oh, that's right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the. I'm tired now. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Chicago Black Delegation podcast. I'm your host, HC, aka High Thinking, and welcome back to our show, man. And today, man, it's been an interesting happenings in Dalton, man. Apparently, a big fight broke out. I have not really watched this in its entirety yet. I kind of know like some of the little bits and pieces of it and stuff like that, but it's my first time actually sitting down and watching the whole a bit of an actual coverage of it. But I did see what happened. Okay, so this is my question, and you can explain, you can answer this however you want to answer it. Was he right? Were they right in fighting that dude for saying what he said?
Were they right for fighting him?
I mean, it's a time and place for everything. So if your woman is a woman of politics, she's going to be called worse than things. It's politics. So at the end of the day, no, he was wrong, and he showed that he was ignorant. So you got to let that shit roll out the punches, folks. You know what I'm saying? Fighting words, those in the street, we ain't in the street. This politics, folks. You can't bring street behavior into the politics and expect to be treated like a real politician. All for her to be respected. You technically embarrassed yourself and her that night. So, nah.
All right. Jay?
Man, look. I'm trying not to say too much. I mean, you pretty much hit the nail on the head, because when you're in politics, you have to maintain a certain image. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a reputable person of honor and dignity, and that was not honorable nor dignified. It was ignorant. You know what I'm saying? It was like, because he's right. When you're in politics, you're going to be called way worse than that.
Politics.
Way worse. You know what I'm saying? People go hard in the paint for what they believe in, and they going to think of the worst shit to call you. So it's like, if you're going to let that, if you're going to, bitch, you out of here, whatever the fuck, whatever he said, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to let that, I mean, I get it, but man, you got to play a different card, because now it's like, now they finna come up, they going to label y'all ghetto.
Yeah, y'all embarrassment. Y'all like, I can't stand in this type of politics. So it shows the level of standards that black people willing to accept.
And
if they accept that, that's just crazy.
And honestly, we ain't got no room for that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Because like the black America that I have a vision for, we ain't got no room for that bullshit.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, like y'all gotta go on.
All right. So now there's other arguments out there stating that this is sometimes you gotta make it sometimes you have to make a large scale example of not what how to be treated as. Does that supersede everything that y'all just said?
No, because this is politics. Once again, they're comparing street shit to politics. You can't bring street shit into politics. It's two different worlds, and they're trying. Black people like to blend the world with streets all the time because that's what we're comfortable at, and that's the problem.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And so, if you want to be respected in this world, you have to play by their rules. You can't bring your rules in and say this is no, and you get ostracized, and then you're not respected. You know what I'm saying? So you have to learn how to carry yourself. In politics, you have to win your battles with your words most of the time, not your hands.
I'm so glad you said that, because like when we come into something, try to play by our rules, that's why we get marginalized and we get put in a box. That's why black cinema is laughed at and looked at the way it is. People looked at stuff like Soul Plane and called it a black people movie. You know what I'm saying? Black entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Only black people will be entertained by it, but the problem is everybody's entertained by our cinema.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I understand what you're saying, because look at the Tubi movies, right? All the YouTube, the Amazon Prime, those movies have the stigma.
Them two movies would be hilarious.
But the problem is it has a stigma because of the production, right?
Yeah.
It looks like black people can write. It shows that black people can write scripts, right? But it shows that we can't pick good actors.
Yeah.
And we don't have upscale. We don't have a top production.
Yeah.
But people watch it because they say it's nigga television. You know what I'm saying? We accept the low production, the bad acting, and just call it what we call it. It's black television. Because we feel that they can't, this is the best they can do, and that's not true. You see what I'm saying? If we put them to the same standards as we put white people movies and shit like that, they will meet those standards for us to be entertained by it. But since we accept less from our own kind, they produce less. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't understand that the psychologically, if you watching it and saying that it's good or funny, but it's lacking production, or it's lacking the act. I take the bad acting, but the script is funny. You see what I'm saying? So if the script is funny, learn to sell your scripts to Hollywood and get a proper production team, and just hire black people, and you know what I'm saying, and make those movies versus just niggas off the street.
Yeah. So I don't want to get too far in this, but Anthony Mackie, he purchased some land out there in where was that? Louisiana, yeah. And then 50 Cent, got a studio going on. So
the cat, he just bought 117.
Oh, well, there you go. So more power to him. So
I mean, they haven't made anything yet to judge them yet. So
okay. Wait. So we gotta wait to see what they're gonna, how the type of people they're gonna hire, and just what.
I mean, we can go off like Tyler Perry, right? Tyler Perry. Yeah. Some of his movies be cool. There's some you can tell he rushed the fuck out them bitches. Okay, it'd be bad wigs. It look crazy. You know what I'm saying? He be getting busy, but he'll tell you how fast he made the movie. He say, I made that movie in 3 months. Whoa.
Yeah, I was.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a little bit more time.
Remind me of what you said after we done recording, because he I don't know. I saw. I don't know. The main character had a car that I drove, and I'm like, really? That's the car that you choose for that? It's like other cars. You see like a Mercedes or like some kind of other high tier ass car. There, I'm like,
low
really?
budget the shit out of niggas. and he say, "Hey, man, that's how I get it done." I say, "Yeah, but that shit trash."
I see.
I'm tired of seeing low budget. I hate when they think niggas is cool with watching low budget shit. That's why I be mad. I be like, bruh, I like upscale production. I like proper content. I don't want my shit to be low budget.
Tyler, I think I would like to assume that Terry is doing the best that he can. Or Tyler Perry is doing the best that he can. But all right, so let's go ahead and get this video up for real.
Good evening, I'm Allison Rosati.
And I'm Stephen Holt. It's good to be with you at 10 o'clock. So Thornton Township looked like it was ready to get back to business tonight after a recent government shutdown, but then a brawl broke out.
Yes, this happened during the first board meeting with a new board member. NBC5's Regina Waldrop with the very latest.
This was a heated meeting from the beginning, with Tiffany Henyard's boyfriend put on administrative leave. But when someone in the audience called her a name, that's when things got out of control.
He said a little more than an a-hole, but all right.
You gone. This happened right after a community activist called Tiffany Henyard an expletive. A fight erupting in the back of the room. Fists, kicks, people jumping on top of tables, monitors smashed, with Henyard and her boyfriend in the middle of the melee.
Everything, it was scary, it was horrible. That's an embarrassment.
It should have never come to blows. And Tiffany.
Niggas like shit. This some nigga shit.
It was just another Tuesday to them.
Right.
He should have never got involved.
It was the public comment portion of Tuesday's Thornton Township board meeting. Earlier in the evening, the room erupted with applause.
To put Kamal Woods and William Moore on administrative leave.
When the board came back from closed session with the announcement that Henyard's boyfriend, Kamal Woods, who runs the township's at-risk youth program, and William Moore, another employee, would both be put on paid administrative leave immediately.
I don't understand why they're on leave with pay, because essentially nothing changes for them, because they've been doing the same thing.
The board also approved an independent investigator and/or forensic auditor to look into the use of certain grant money and possible township funds related to the at-risk youth program and the outreach department. Henyard called it
Recording on the iPhone. Maybe that was just a regular ass person, right?
Yeah, well,
political
I mean, the iPhone has high quality cameras. You understand that these phones have high quality cameras. These are not cheap cameras. So you just gotta know how to use the proper software to bring your camera to what it needs to be.
We're gonna talk about this after this, but yeah, that's just easy said and done, bro.
retaliation. She's threatening a lawsuit.
Oh, I'm so happy. Y'all, thank y'all. Thank y'all for the lawsuit. But anyway, it is a motion. It is a motion. You know it.
Police were here all the time, and they did escort a large group outside, but it's unclear right now if anyone was taken into custody or arrested. Reporting from South Holland, I'm Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
If a man really hated ads, here's what he would do. Day one, he would install Pi on his computer without spending a dime because it's 100% free. Day two, he realizes how clean and clutter-free his browsing experience has been since he got Pi. He doesn't have to deal with annoying cookie pop-ups or targeted ads. Day three, he can finally binge YouTube and Twitch without interruption because Pi works on every website you visit on Chrome. Day four, he discovers that when he does.
Meanwhile, Thornton Township has a new trustee. Residents gathered last night to pick a replacement for one trustee who had resigned last year. And as Regina Waldrop reports, she's hoping to break through the ongoing board stalemate.
From Thornton Township employee to trustee. How are you feeling after last night?
Invigorated. I feel great. It was very positive to see the residents come out, to see that there was unity, that it was peaceful, and that the residents had their voice, and that was heard, and it was an amazing evening.
Voters chose Stephanie Wiedemann to replace trustee Gerald Jones, who resigned last year from the post. Wiedemann assumes the position as the township works through a number of issues. Trustees Chris Gonzalez and Carmen Carlisle have boycotted or walked out on most board meetings, refusing to play a part in what they call political games carried out by Supervisor and Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Henyard filed a lawsuit against the 2 trustees last week over their absences and has blamed them for the township losing insurance coverage and laying off employees. The township has also closed the main office and some services halted due to an ongoing lapse in the insurance. Wiedemann says she's ready to get to work and focus on solutions.
Absolutely. Of course, we have, priority of checklists, the insurance being number one so that we can get services back up and running. The levy, the budget is very important. So we do have some key things that we definitely need to hit on, and I look forward to hitting the ground running.
The next Thornton Township board meeting set for Tuesday night, and it will be Stephanie Wiedemann's first as trustee. Reporting from South Holland, I'm Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
Thanks to Regina. And now to a major development in the saga of embattled Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. A judge has dismissed her lawsuit, claiming that a caucus that threw her off the ballot was illegal. NBC5's Regina Waldrop has been following this case very closely for a very long time. She joins us now with details. Regina.
Marion, it is official. Tiffany Henyard is off the ballot for Thornton Township Supervisor, a role she was appointed to in 2022. Now, today, a Cook County judge ruled she didn't file her lawsuit properly, and he dismissed it without prejudice, meaning she cannot refile. So I want to take you back to the scene December 3rd. That is when Tiffany Henyard was thrown off the ballot. It was a packed and raucous meeting with an overflow crowd waiting outside. At that time, Henyard called it unfair and illegal. She said none of her supporters were let in to cast a vote. Now, we spoke to elections expert attorney Bert Odelson, who tells us the caucus was legal, and also a Thornton Township resident who says it might have been legal, but it might not have been ethical.
I think that they used some plays out of Tiffany Henyard's own playbook. They booked a venue that was too small to hold everyone who wanted to attend. They seated their own supporters early.
Were there, conducted the caucus, it was done legally. Even a properly filed objection wouldn't have stood. So she's done.
Tiffany Henyard's only option now is to be a write-in candidate in Thornton Township's April 1st election. Now, today's court ruling in no way impacts her role as Dalton mayor. She remains the Democratic nominee in that contest, but she also is facing a number of lawsuits and financial investigations. Next Monday evening, former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot will release her second report on financials at a public meeting at the Dalton Park District. And we've reached out to Tiffany Henyard's attorney, but we have yet to hear back. Stefan?
A lot of people on the edge of their seats waiting to see what's in that report. Regina, thank you very much. Appreciate it. The people of Dalton had a simple question. What happened to...
Let's comment on that real quick. Yeah, so she thinks she finna win as a write-in? A write-in candidate?
I told you this bitch crazy.
She think because a township is a collection of a bunch of different villages and stuff like that and towns and stuff. She think thousands of people are gonna write the words Tiffany Henyard on a sheet of paper so that she gets.
No, I doubt it.
I don't think that's ever happened in this nation's history.
No.
So
I'm
outside
open
of
for correction.
the
These Nuts guy one time the These Nuts made it. It got some got a couple thousand.
A guy named These Nuts actually.
I think it happened one time. Niggas was being funny.
I'm done. All right, let's keep going.
all the money? The village tasked former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot to look into this.
I'm gonna have to edit that into this video. Said. I'm actually gonna have to find a video covering the fact that D's Nuts actually won in fucking Texas somewhere.
I didn't.
And tonight
it just popped up like the name was like got some votes.
It got
I just got some votes.
I was like, nigga, if you tell me if a nigga named D's Nuts actually won a mayor position because
it popped up, it showed it.
That'd be fucking funny.
Hilarious.
She finally delivered the summary of her investigation into possible mismanagement of funds by Mayor Tiffany Henyard. NBC5's Regina Waldrop was there as Lightfoot laid out how the village ended up being millions of dollars in the red.
Some more shocking details released about financial and legal matters. And now that the investigation is over, Lori Lightfoot says she hopes this small village can right the ship, get back to transparency and good government.
Or good evening, everyone.
A packed Park District building, eager residents reacting to the results of a nearly 9-month investigation into the spending habits of Dalton's mayor and her administration.
I'm happy that the report is out so that the residents finally know some of the truth.
Still shocked because it's just amazing that this happened. And I think it saddens me also because the government didn't step in.
Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot said she used witness testimony, emails, and other documents for her probe. With no subpoena power, she says she ran into some challenges, but still managed to get the job done. Henyard didn't attend the meeting.
We were tasked with looking into irregularities, allegations of irregularities regarding financial mismanagement.
Some of her key findings: credit card expenditures never approved, no receipts, more than $170,000 in travel-related costs, $51,000 spent at area restaurants, more than $218,000 for Amazon purchases, and almost $50,000 in supplies for the village's skating rink.
There is no tracking system.
$50,000 for that skating rink. That mug ain't even open yet, ain't it?
I don't know. I ain't been over there in a minute.
Jay, you think is it open yet? You don't think?
Skating rink.
The skating rink. It's still like what do you call that when you gotta
board it up?
Schedule in advance or whatever like that. You gotta schedule an event. You know,
it's just still private, like it ain't open to the public. You just only way you go in there if you like throwing an event. It's basically not a fucking skating ring. It's just a private place to throw parties.
For what happened to them after they arrived here.
As for litigation, 48 separate lawsuits filed against the village, 12 for FOIA violations. And regarding Vegas, Lightfoot says no business opportunities came to the village as a result of 2 trips taken there. She also says the mayor's ex-assistant, who said she was assaulted by a trustee on a trip in 2023, didn't cooperate with her investigation, nor did any other key witnesses. As for the federal investigation, well, Lightfoot says she doubts anything will happen before next month's election. She also touched on the new administration.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about the new administration. I don't think that they seem to be doing lots across the country and not really focus on the village of Dalton. I don't believe that the federal investigation should be impacted, but there's really no way of telling it.
As for recommendations, Lightfoot says she gave trustees quite a few, and many of them they have already started to implement. Reporting from Dalton, I'm Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
Regina, thank you very much. Very important we point out that we reached out to Tiffany Henyard's attorney for comment. We're still waiting on a response, and when we hear it, we'll bring it right to you.
Yep, so that's pretty much the update on Tiffany Henyard. I guess the election's gonna be next month, and as we all collectively agreed that
she's not gonna win it.
Yeah, she's not gonna she's not gonna I'm saying she shouldn't win, but essentially the people of Dalton
if those people write her name in. If those many people write her name in there, hey, bro, y'all deserve it.
That's for Thornton Township. That's the township. Okay. But yeah, the mayor, I think she's still in the ballot for mayor of Dalton. So, but yeah, if she wins either one of those motherfuckers, the people of those,
y'all deserve to suffer.
They deserve the politics that they voted for.
Yeah. Don't cry no more. Don't complain about it. I want y'all niggas to be quiet. Quiet. There's a mouse, church mouse in this bitch.
And then just sit through that next 4 years because that's what y'all want apparently. But yeah, for those of y'all that didn't vote for her and will have to deal with her, I mean, I don't know what to say. Like everybody will understand if you move out. Everybody will understand if you stay there. So it is what it is. Y'all got any thoughts surrounding kind of what's been going on over there? I mean, it's a lot of that was kind of what we kind of covered already. I mean, we already know like Lori Lightfoot had a whole hearing discussing like all her findings within her investigation of Tiffany Henyard spending, like with the whole fight situation, all of that stuff. What was y'all thoughts on this?
At this point, man, we synced it all with her. I'm just mad it's taking this long to get people out of these type of places and making a mockery of these positions. And I just really hate when it's black people. It's funny watching everybody else do it of different races, but when it's black people, it's a little bit more saddening in my heart. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, like the criticisms on those people, the criticisms that they receive is low key. It's a reflection on us because they look at us as black people. They look at them as black people. They gonna say, look at black people screwing shit up, and they gonna look at us and when we walk in the room and wonder what we gonna fuck up, you know. So that's kind of how it kind of go. It happens sometimes. You gonna say something, Jay?
No, I'm just looking up the upcoming elections. But yeah, we I mean, what he pretty much said, but like we've been talking about it since
about a year.
Over. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we've seen it happening, unfolding in real time, and it is sad that it's just now taking this long to hit the national airwaves. But I mean, I guess everything happens in its own time. So I mean, what can we do but be patient and just see how everything play out? I know I'm gonna be watching the elections, see how this stuff play out though.
Facts. All right. So I mean, I pretty much agree with everything everybody, with both of you gentlemen just said already. Like I said, only time will tell what the people Dalton decide. But the most important thing here, and I say it's the most important thing because this is something that, I mean, we speaking to the rest of America, right? And saying this, like what Dalton does is what Dalton's gonna do. That's their business. But your business is to learn from their mistake, right? To learn from their what they succeeded in. You know, let what's going on in Dalton be the example that of not even just the example, but let that be inspiration for you to get involved in your local politics. Show up, show out, get spiritually involved into it, think, speak, and act, right? So that none of these types of things will happen in your own township. And what can become from this, what we can start to see from us essentially implementing politics into our culture, you know, or reintroducing politics into our culture is we'll start to see new leaders emerge from the townspeople, from the civilians and stuff like that. And I'm not even just speaking to black people right now. I'm talking to all of America. When these new leaders start rising from the grassroots, essentially, those people will more likely fight. Not necessarily. Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and say it. They'll be more likely to fight for the will of the people rather than these people that were planted right by these large corporations that's essentially been running the American politics for entirely too long. So for the current administration and the current all the senators and house seats and stuff like that, I'm not saying all of them are corrupt or anything like that, but I'm just saying that when we start making this somewhat of a spiritual journey, along with it being a very realistic or a very tangible third dimensional journey, then we will definitely see great things change for Americans, for the working class, rather than things perpetually being the same as they was for the past, since the nation's inception. Corporations, motherfuckers with a whole lot of money has taken over politics right now. And the only way for people to take back politics is by getting involved in your local politics and paying a lot of attention to what these people are saying and what these people are doing, being ready to act as well as speak. Anything else y'all want to add?
No, that's it, brother. I'm good.
All right, man.
The Village of Dalton need to update their website because they still got it listed as mayor. I'm serious.
Thanks, man. I thought I said a word right. He's like, man, Donnie. He just crashed out of him. Jokes aside, though, yeah, man. It's been Chicago Black Delegation Podcast, man. I've been high thinking. And that's been Cyrus. And that's been Jay Rashid. We'll catch you on the flip side. Okay. So let them know what y'all kind of been on, man, so we can close this out. Guys.
Man, y'all know me on the show, man. I ain't got to keep repeating it every week.
Yeah, man. Y'all, we was talking about earlier with the, if you think you're lonely now, you know what I'm saying, make sure y'all get y'all tickets, theater47.com. We opening this Saturday.
Go support the
Make
place.
sure, you know what I'm saying.
You're advertising, man, now.
We also got, you know what I'm saying,
Golden Nugget.
Golden Nugget, man. Right make sure.
Brown paper bag how black people used to get their money.
I'm telling you, this stuff is decadent. Delicious.
Bro, why you looking at it? We probably be showing the damn people, man. You looking at the damn poster.
Because it's blocking my. I can't see. Well, I guess I'm just a billboard.
You know, that golden nugget, man. You need it, you got to go get it. Call Chuck for it. He going to bring it to you quick and hurry. Brown paper bag. You know how them transactions be. It's always great with the brown paper bag.
Golden.
He didn't even rehearse that. He rehearsed none of that. That was all off the dome. That's how fast Chicago niggas can talk. You know, if anybody gets confused as to how so many people got swindled by Tiffany Henyard, which it really wasn't a whole lot of people, because only 9% of Dalton's population voted on that on that election. But I'm just saying, if you want to learn to decode all the fast talking tactics of the Chicagoan, keep watching our podcast. We'll put you on game. In the meantime, we'll catch you on the flip side. We out here. All right, you know what the button press. All right, good job, everybody.
Stanley steaming when you're